It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is showtime. Geno Jones Showtime. How we doing? So I'll come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30, 7:30, 6:30 Chicago time, Central Time. 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast, Central Time, 6:30 out on the West Coast, live in Los Angeles and Las Vegas. It is 4:30. Tell everybody, like, share, and subscribe to this channel and this show. Like, share, subscribe. Continue to subscribe to the channel. We are doing great. We have crossed the threshold, 1,000 new plus new subscribers. Now, my new goal is 100,000. Next goal, 100,000 subscribers. So you guys will help make that happen. I really appreciate it in advance. The Geno Jones Show brought to you by the town of Hollywood, South Carolina, Mayor Shardell Murray, and Murray's Mortuary, 3 locations here in our Charleston, South Carolina metro area, okay? Hollywood, South Carolina, you got Johns Island, South Carolina, and North Charleston, South Carolina. So thank you to Mayor Shardell Murray. You'll be seeing Mayor Murray on the show pretty soon. The town of Hollywood, South Carolina, they have a lot of exciting things coming up. So the show is interactive, by the way. What does that mean? That means everybody watching me live right now, you know what you can do? You can join the conversation. You can jump in my chat room. You see where it says live chat? Go right in there and I can see everything. I'm looking at the screen. I can see folks is in there. As a matter of fact, shout out to Michelle. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Thank you for checking in early. Spread the word. Send the group text out. Tell them to, they want to tune in tonight and check it out live if they can. Oh, yeah. I'm on one. As always, but yeah, we're gonna be on one tonight. So let me get right into it. Let me just back up for a second. So my mother, she's had many pearls of wisdom, and my mother has a saying, and I've heard her say it usually when somebody just disrespects her or just really, they try to, people try to play you short and disrespect you and really no disregard. And my mother has a saying. She said, oh, you just gonna give me your ass to kiss. Now, when you attack, berate, bogart, that's an old school term. You just push somebody out the way. You don't bogart me. That's real old school. Baby boomers and Gen X's. So now my millennials and Gen Zs, you all don't know about that term, nothing about don't bogart me. So you can run with that. But when you attack people, when you attack somebody, you berate them, you bogart them, you bully them, you disrespect them, you talk down to them, you threaten to invade their country, and then you tell them that we don't need you, I don't need you, we don't need you. Then don't get mad when they won't help you. Fight a war that's bogus, it's bullshit, a war that you started because you let your other races, your racist twin, Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu, the murderer, the purveyor, the man who signed off on the genocide of the people of Gaza, is still being attacked. So when you start this war, you let Bibi Netanyahu lead you by the nose into a war with Iraq on a lie. If we didn't bomb their nuclear capabilities, we were gonna be hit with a nuclear weapon in a week. Stick to the lie. This demon will stick to the lie. As my grandmother said, you just gonna stick you gonna stick to the lie. But don't get upset. Like I said, you've attacked people, you bullied them, you berated them, you bogarted them, you bullied them, you just flat out disrespect them, called them punks. Said they never come to the aid of the United States when, like, the only time that really that whole NATO pact, like if you attack one NATO country, you attack all. The only time that really came to effect when America was attacked during 9/11, 2001, and it was the NATO countries that came to the aid of the United States that went to fight over, with the brief time they were in Afghanistan looking for Osama bin Laden over in these mountains, the Tora Bora mountain region. And then somehow they wound up in Iraq looking for Saddam Hussein, who had shit to do with, nothing to do with 9/11. None of the 19 hijackers that flew planes into the World Trade Towers, both of them, flew a plane into the into the Pentagon, and were attempting to fly a plane in the U.S. Capitol. 19 hijackers. Guess what? All of them had passports from Saudi Arabia. But we are cool with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Prince bin Salman, who ordered the murder of an American journalist. And we was cool with that. It was like, oh, well, shit happens. That was in essence Orange Hitler's reaction. Well, shit happens. What can I say? But you attack, you like I said, not just attack and berate and bogart and bully and disrespect, talk down to, threaten to invade countries. Greenland. Let me be correct. Greenland, but Denmark really, for the most part, is like responsible for Greenland. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I mean, Greenland's, Denmark's military, is the military. So basically they have, I don't want to say sovereign control, but basically Denmark and Greenland is under Denmark's rule, for better choice of words, okay? But he was going to invade Greenland. He invaded Venezuela, threatened to invade Canada, turn it into the 51st state, talked about maybe we'll invade Mexico, talked about invading Colombia, still talking about invading Cuba. Poor Cuba, they having problems and power. Once again, the entire island lost power. It's the third time in like less than 6 months. But you just can't, you can't just attack people and disrespect them, threaten them, and all of a sudden you want them to come help you fight this war that you and Israel, the you and Bibi Netanyahu started. And when they're like, no, dude, we good, man. That's y'all started that fight, you all finish it. We had nothing to do with that. Y'all wanted to do that. You lied and said that Iran had nuclear weapons. They didn't. Supposedly, 6 months ago, when you and Israel launched these missiles, you obliterated all of their nuclear capabilities. Oh, that turned out to be a lie. So now, all of a sudden, Bibi Netanyahu leading you by the nose. All of a sudden, now they got more nuclear. You obliterated all of their nuclear weapons. That was the lie you stuck to 6, 7 months ago. Now, but all of a sudden, well, you know what? Now they got the capability to hit us with a nuclear weapon in a couple days. Pick a lie. If you're going to stick to the lie, pick a lie. No, how about trying not to lie? He can't. If he's breathing, if Orange Hitler is breathing, if his chest is going, even in his sleep, if his chest is going up and down, that man is lying. But his lies, they have cost people, they've cost American soldiers, at least 13 that we know of. It's cost them their lives. And the number this regime gave us, over 200 soldiers have been injured, which means it's probably double or triple that. But they're not going to tell you because they don't want you to know the truth. In Israel, they are, Bibi Netanyahu and that regime, they're such punk ass that they have threatened like reporters and just individuals. Like if you see like some of the sites where the Iranian missiles have hit parts of Israel, if Israeli citizen, if they videotape that or live stream it and put it up on social media, they could be arrested and put in jail for 5 years. That's some real punk shit. Because if you so big and bad, you proud of what you did, don't throw a rock and hide your hand. But Oranne said, we don't need anybody. After being in his feelings because Canada and Germany and France and Japan and the United Kingdom and Australia said, nah, we good. You started it, you finished. You and Bibi, you and Israel, y'all started this. Y'all wanted this fight. Y'all had a hard on for it, like you were watching a porn movie. So you wanted this. So go on, get your rocks off. But you're causing a lot of innocent people, because now Iran has attacked all of these countries right there at the Persian Gulf, all these oil-rich countries right there in the Persian Gulf, from Kuwait to Bahrain to Saudi Arabia to the United Arab Emirates and Oman, and I think I left out one, but basically the countries over there in that region. I think I got all of them though. That's it, right? Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, and Oman. I still think I'm leaving out one, but that's okay. But the countries in that region. So here we are. Nobody wants to help the United States. I wonder why. Because you've talked shit about people and you've done everything. You tried to ridicule them and attack them and berate them, and just because you say jump and they don't jump or say how high, your feelings. $2 billion a day. Oh, how much is gas now? Woo! Wow. Gas prices. Since this war started, gas prices have gone up like, on an average, at least 60 cents a gallon. Somewhere around, some places more. Some places damn near $1 a gallon. And if you got to fill up your tank with premium, man, good luck with that. And Iran, they're like, dude, we ain't trying to no peace talk, because they want to have like peace talks, and they want to. One of the Iranian foreign ministers is like, no, we gonna fight. And since you all had killed so many of their leaders, it goes to show you that Iran, they have been prepared for this fight for 4 decades. Yes, an evil regime, but we live under an evil regime. You got an evil regime in Russia, in North Korea, in Hungary. Some can make an argument for China. You got, capitalist, communist, and got this hybrid of communist capitalism, or capitalism under the umbrella of communism, which is a whole nother story. And now, so we find out now that Russia has been providing satellite imagery and drone technology to Iran. Satellite imagery and drone technology to kill American soldiers. But what does Orange Hitler do? Oh, he lifted the sanctions on Russian oil. Boy, Putin must got some really freaky tapes. He must got some pee and doo-doo tapes on Trump. Or somebody doing that on Trump, or him doing it on somebody else. He must really got some really freaky, nasty tapes on dude. And we're not sending missiles into Moscow or Leningrad or St. Petersburg. Russia giving Iran satellite imagery on where American targets, military targets are in the Persian Gulf, in all those countries I named earlier, from Kuwait to Bahrain and Saudi Arabia and the UAE and Qatar and Oman. So I know I was leaving out Qatar. Qatar and Oman, those 6 countries. Yes. But you ain't sending no missiles that way. Because Putin, what's up, really got a hold on me. Putin got a hold on your ass. I don't know what. We're going to find out one day. It must be mighty powerful. It must be some, my God. We got animals, farm animals in that video, in those tapes with Orange Hitler. My God. So, like I said, from Australia to Canada, Germany, France, Japan, the United Kingdom, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Keir Starmer, he was like, look, we will not be drawn into this wider war. No, it's not going to happen. In the meantime, like I said, gas prices up anywhere from, 60, 70 cents a gallon, some places, $1 a gallon more for gas. Grocery prices are going to start, because think about it. All those grocery stores, how do they get the groceries? They have trucks that deliver these groceries. Well, to drive a truck, and for all these trucks that have to deliver groceries, those trucks run on diesel gas. And the price of diesel gas, even here in South Carolina, is like over $5. So I can only imagine what it's like in Illinois or California or New York or New Jersey. Energy prices, all that, straight to the sky. Because Bibi wanted to go to war with Iran, and Trump, this is a way these guys, now who always follow the money? Who's benefiting from this war? Who is making money? Oh, I guess Russia's making more money now, because now all these countries who can't get oil because that little narrow waterway, the Strait of Hormuz, all these oil companies is like, look, they ain't blowing up my ships. And the insurance companies that insure these like oil tankers and ships that carry all this oil are like, y'all can F around and find out if you want to. We are not insuring anything. You send one of them ships through the Strait of Hormuz now, knowing that Iran is launching missiles and drones at those ships carrying oil. You on your own, partner. So now Iran did allow a ship of oil leaving, going to Canada, and one ship of oil going to India. But who's making money? Well, Russia's making money. But who stands to make even more money? All of these billionaires that own, and CEOs of these oil companies, and these billionaires that have, hundreds of thousands of shares in these oil companies. Because the price of oil is going up. So all these oil companies are making a profit. So they're probably cool with it. Hey, we stand to make more money until people stop driving. See, that's when the shit's going to hit the fan. Like COVID. Remember when COVID really hit? People literally stopped driving. Like the streets were empty. And gas prices dipped. It was like real low. Because these gas companies like, oh, wait a minute. Folks ain't driving, man. We got to give them an incentive. We about to drop the price of gas. Who's making money? Some people are, rumbling about, well, it should be a draft, and one of the MAGA cult members in the cult and the regime said, well, I would be fine with my he's got, I guess, children of draft age. I would be fine if my children, if they went to the recruiting office to sign up to join the military, I would be very comfortable with the leadership of Orange Hitler and punk ass Pete Hegseth. Good. Like I said, Barron Trump turns 20 in 3 days. Put his little 6'9" punk ass. Well, he's 6'9", he's too tall. No, he's just right. He's tall, he can see over, kind of see over things, and, he should get a good vantage point, right? Put his ass on one, because you said, he was telling these companies, companies that, own these oil tankers and these oil companies, show some courage. Be brave. Go through. We'll protect you. No, we can't. The U.S. Navy is not. No, they can't. They're not going to protect you. But he's telling these companies they should show some courage. Put Barron Trump's little punk ass. Him and Pete Hegseth put them right on the front, on the bow of one of those oil carriers. Give them an M16 and send their ass right through the Strait of Hormuz. Since you said you telling other people to show some courage. Show some courage by sending your son. Send your boy Pete Hegseth. He's so Billy Badass, Teddy Tough Guy. I can bench press 315 pounds. So then you can easily bench press one of those M16s, get your ass, sit right next to Barron Trump, bring Donald and Eric and Tiffany and Ivanka, all of them with you. And send Lindsey Graham's old ass. He's only 70. Put an M16 in his hand. His little punk ass will probably shoot himself in the foot or somewhere else. Shoot himself in the ass. He might like that, but I digress. You want to send other people's children to die? Then the first thing you need to do, like I said, in 3 days, send Barron to the recruiting office down there in Florida or wherever he is in New York with his mama. Send his ass to the recruiting office. Have him camp out overnight with a sleeping bag. Sleep outside, so as soon as they open that recruiting office, his ass should be the first one in line with his hand up, enlisting. And then put his ass on a C-130 and send him directly to one of those oil carriers with an M16 and Pete Hegseth's punk ass with him. Otherwise, stop talking. Because now, Orange Hitler, now he's in a bind. Because all these countries that he attacked and berated and bogarted and bullied and disrespected and talked down to and threatened to invade, he's saying, well, they should be happy that they should, send some ships and some ships that to basically to explode mines. They have these ships that basically that you send out. As a matter of fact, we have some, but they were sent back to America and decommissioned. That's a fancy word for saying now they kind of took them out of circulation. Who ordered that? It happened under Orange Hitler's regime. So go to show he don't know. He just making decisions. He just wake up one. Okay, Yeah, let's bomb Iran. No plan at all, just pulling it out of his ass. Now these ships that they kind of, drag the sea and ocean for mines to basically to detonate them, to kind of clear a path. We had them, but they're out of commission now. They're back in America. They've been taken out of circulation. So now you want other countries to send their ships to, try to clear the path and explode these mines. And these other countries like, man, no, dude, we're not, after you threatened to invade our countries, or you've attacked and bullied me and called me everything but a child of God, now all of a sudden we cool? No, we ain't cool. No, not at all. We don't F with you no more like that, America. No. You and Bibi Netanyahu, you and Israel, go on with that bullshit. See how that work out for you. See, the dangerous thing is, Oranne Hitler don't know how to take an L. He'll drag everybody down, including all of us. Which is another reason why you got to make sure you show up. Show up, show out, vote. Check your voter registration. They're trying to play games. Is basically trying to pass this piece of legislation to make it almost impossible for so many people, even though a lot of their own, these poor, uneducated, dumbass MAGA folks, they're going to get caught up too, but they don't care. They want to make it hard to where you've got to, you got to register, you got to have a birth certificate or a passport. Now you got real IDs. What was the purpose of people getting all these real IDs with the star on the driver's license, and you got your driver's license, and like in the state of South Carolina, remember, each individual state, they control their own election, not the federal government. Here in South Carolina, I could show it. You know what? It's in the other room. I have an ID, basically a South Carolina ID, voting ID. It's got my picture on it. That was issued to me by the state of South Carolina. You got people have driver's license from the state they live in, or people who don't drive, like my mother. She has a state ID for non-drivers. It looks just like a driver's license, but it's like a non-driver's ID with her picture on it. But now that ain't enough. You on some bullshit. But see, he'll take everybody, him and Bibi Netanyahu, if anybody would drop a bomb, a nuclear bomb, in Israel, they got a couple. They try to play like they don't, but they got a couple. Probably less than 10, but they got a few, not a lot, but they got enough because all it takes is one. People talking about Kim Jong-un. No, who you need to worry about is Bibi Netanyahu, that killer, because he would do it. He is that paranoid and that such a hard-on for Iran. He would. I will bet. I stand 10 toes down. I stand on business. I believe in my heart that Bibi Netanyahu would absolutely, if he really felt that Israel was getting their ass kicked, he would absolutely, without hesitation, drop a nuclear weapon on Iran with his racist ass. And the majority of people in Israel, they don't even rock with him. They trying to get his ass. He was about to really be out before Hamas attacked him on the state of Israel on October 7th, and then that just gave this racist an opportunity. It's like, well, now I can do what I wanted to do because we hate these Palestinians in Gaza, so let's just try to kill as many, and they killed over 100,000. The majority of them were women and kids. The 12, 15, 1,600 Israelis that were murdered was horrendous. And that was cowardly what Hamas did. But a month before this happened, Bibi Netanyahu, you were giving hundreds of thousands of dollars to Hamas through a third party, a third country in that region. And the country was like, you sure you want to give Hamas this money? And you signed off on it, Bibi Netanyahu, and then a month later, you got attacked, and you got this sophisticated military and all the technology from the United States and, you know, their version of the FBI and the CIA, Mossad and all that. With all that, you can spy on folks and assassinate folks in other countries, and you didn't know that Hamas was going to attack you all's ass? That's really sus, as my daughter would say. Very suspect. But I digress. So when you give somebody your ass to kiss, instead of kissing your ass, they'd be like, blank you. They look at you like you lost your mind. Hey, can you help me out? Somebody talking? Did somebody walk in the room? Hey, can you help me out? Hey, I need some help. You know, we're running out of what can... Somebody? I thought I heard somebody talking. I know I don't. I'm hearing voices. I need to see a doctor. I mean, I know the person that's attacked me and berated me and bullied me and disrespected me and threatened to invade my land, asking me for help, and then in his feelings because I'm like, no. Why would I? What? Why? Nah. Come on, you the big bad bully. You the big bad bully on the block. America, you and Israel, y'all the tough guys. Billy Badass. Mike Tyson in his prime. Even Tyson got his ass whooped a couple times. Eventually. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. And you, and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Shout out to everybody that's checking in. Let me just do a quick, hey, Michelle, shout out to you and my executive producer, my #1 fan. Shout out to you, mother. I love you. I will talk to you soon. And everybody else, thank you for watching me live. Like, share, and subscribe. So, programming note, no live show this Friday. However, the best of the Geno Jones Show. So, 7:30 p.m. Eastern or 6:30 Central Time or 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Come right here and you can watch the best of the Geno Jones Show. Pick your favorite episodes. But we are live normally Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. But the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel is available 24/7, 365 days. So you can watch any episode of the Geno Jones Show anytime you want to, right here. Once again, like, share, and subscribe. Tell everybody to like, tell everybody to share and tag the show, and tell everybody to subscribe to the show, the Geno Jones Show, brought to you by the town of Hollywood, South Carolina, Mayor Shardell Murray. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Murray's Mortuary. They got 3 locations here in our area. Thank you so much here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. Looking forward to having Mayor Murray on the show. As a matter of fact, I know I'm going to run into her. I'm pretty confident I'm going to run into her this weekend. So there's a big event. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to see. As a matter of fact, I'm going to reach out to her. So just want to thank you. So we'll see you live Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Shout out to Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check her and her Lexi Jones collection out, lx.ncl_. lx.ncl_. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show, the CEO, designer cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. Check him out on Instagram, on IG. Kel be cutting up, because Kel be cutting up. KELBECUTTINUP. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I love you. We'll see you live Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Central Time. I see you, Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis. Stand up, Dallas, Houston, Texas, Memphis, New Orleans, Jackson, Mississippi, 6:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, and everybody on the West Coast, Seattle, Portland, Oregon, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.